beautiful.
Was it difficult keeping David Brent out of Bertram Pinkerton?
Sort of, because that's what I do. I'm not one of these actors who can do like all those different things. Well, maybe I could, but I don't want to wear wigs. You have to get to makeup way too early. It's just not worth it. You know, I like the hour in bed, so I have this haircut. I think there's people like Woody Allen, and they always did their shtick. They did their character, and I'm a comedian, not an actor, so I try and make the role as funny as I can. But this isn't just a comedy, it's a bit of heart, and it's like one of those old-fashioned films like It's a Wonderful Life. And so it's really
romantic comedy, isn't it?
It is, well, don't say it like that.
Well, it is.
Isn't it funny how good it will be if you can get those kind of films? Because they got lost along the way, I think.
I agree. All my favourite films are probably romantic comedies, and because I think it's a long time to just watch shtick and jokes. It's an hour and a half, so you need a great story. For me, I think I feel prouder of making someone cry or think than I do making them laugh. It's easy to make people laugh. You can fall over, and there's so much, you know, just awful...
That's not true, though. You are the only person I know that's won an award, because I have a great thing. It's very hard to do good comedy, and you do it brilliantly, and you've been rewarded, and so many people never get rewarded for doing good comedy. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, well, that's very rare as well. People were saying about, like, Oscars, and I looked it up, and the last comedy film to win an Oscar was Annie Hall.
Yeah.
Which is 35 years ago. Yeah.
So, you know, please, can you keep in there?
I will. I promise I'll win an Oscar for this.
Thank you.
What if you could win an Oscar, what would you like it to be for? Would you like it to be just straightforward comedy? Would you like it to be for directing?
For film, because I'm always proud of when a programme that I did wins an award than my individual part in it, because you've got to keep your eye on the big picture, and so many people just worry about their bit, and you know, I'd rather have a small part in a good film than lead a terrible film, because there's no joy in that. It's all about the whole thing. And there's no
writing though, because
writing. Well, I write
really.
Yeah, I am. Yeah, I'd love to win an award for writing more than acting, because I feel like a bit of a... What's the word? I feel like I'm trespassing. There are trained actors out there who are great, and I don't do roles when they need me to stand in the right place and look good and say the lines, because I can't do it. Everyone's better than me at that. So what I can bring is something else, though, and I can help. I've never done a role that I haven't collaborated on or even written. Even the cameos that I did were me ad-libbing, and this one was very collaborative. He flew over and we rewrote the script together because he knew I was a writer.
So do you have to feel totally confident though in what you're doing, or do you feel sometimes, oh, I'm going to get found out?
Always. I wake up. But I know why I'm doing it. You know, for me, the pleasure is the creative process. I'd give up acting before I gave up writing and directing, and I know how lucky and privileged I am, particularly as it came a bit later in life, and I know why I'm doing it. The fame and the money and the awards, they're great fun, obviously, but I can't believe my luck when I wake up and I have an idea and I can write that down, and then that can get in motion. For me, it's the creative, and it's such a privilege, and it's so fulfilling. Everyone should do something creative. It doesn't matter. You don't have to be a writer.
That's why you're so good, because you don't do it for money.
No, I'd never do anything for a million...
directing a film.
Go on. Please, thank you. Now, I absolutely loved the film, and I have to say, the message in that film was brilliant.
Thank you.
Do you believe in all that?
You know what? I don't believe in life after death. No, I don't. I don't believe in anything. I don't believe in ESP or mediums or. But I mean, I see those films as a metaphor, because I think that this is all we've got, and that's why you should be a good person. I think this is all we've got, and the point of life is the struggle and getting on. And I don't think I'm less of a moral person because I don't believe any of that. In fact, I make sure that this is the best 70 years for me and my sort of friends and family, because it's sort of all we've got. And that's the message to this, except obviously they've done it with you know, showing you that. But I love films with ghosts and angels. I love them because they're a beautiful metaphor.
They're fantasies as well.
Of course they are.
Everyone loves a fantasy.
And it's a little way of getting you to think like that, you know. So I grew up, you know, believing in, you know, Jesus and all his messages and that, and I became an atheist early on. But I still, well, I did, but I mean, I'd love to. I think that's just a wonderful story. You know, if you can live your life like Jesus, then it's great. It doesn't. You don't have to believe he's the Son of God to know that he was a good person.
You touched on just earlier that redemption is something that you focus very strongly on in a lot of your work. Is that something that you try to live by as well as
well, of course.
write about?
I think that I didn't get it when I was growing up. you know, someone gets a round of applause when they were bad and then they're good, and I get it now because I think forgiveness is the greatest virtue.
What about saying sorry then?
I think you'd have to be a really cold person not to acknowledge when someone is genuinely sorry, and that's the important point, because it's too easy to say.
Sorry,
Absolutely.
I agree.
Oh, I agree. And there's so many people that get away with it and think got away with that, and they're going to do it again, and they're not sorry. And there's only so many times where people can keep going sorry. Well, it doesn't wash. But if someone genuinely screws up and says that's not swearing.
And obviously, Ricky,
That's not swearing. Absolutely.
If
If and you know they mean it, you've got to forgive them. You have to have a cold heart not to really forgive someone who means it, and that's the important thing. And that's what we did with the end of Extras, when Andy, we didn't want any frills, any poetry. He looked down the lens and said, I'm so sorry.
And with all of this in mind as well, Ricky, we know, obviously, that you're very good friends with Jonathan Ross. Everything that's in the papers at the moment, you know, we have to ask, how is he at the moment?
I don't know. I haven't called him. I didn't think it was appropriate. I think the last thing he wants is a comedian, you know, phoning him up. You know, I think he knows what stick he's going to get now. No. The honest answer is I don't know. And you know what? I don't want to add to the debate because I want to be the only person in England not to add to the debate. Yeah. I want to be the odd one out.
No, that's absolutely fine. Saying that, do you think maybe he should have a slogan T-shirt printed instead? I've said sorry, and that's it. How about slogan T-shirts? Is that something you're a fan of?
I'm not, I'm afraid. No. How funny can they be? Yeah. It's like, and you're wearing it. It's a joke, and now you're stuck in it for 3 hours. It's like saying the same joke over and over again. If you could change it quickly, you know, that'd be fine. Another joke, another gag. No.
So we've got another Extras to look forward to then.
Well, we're thinking about it, but you know, we've set the bar high now. We've got to beat, you know, Kate Winslet and Robert De Niro and David Bowie and Ben Stiller.
We could be on it.
Do it.
This would be good. This would be great. This would be really good. I think Andy on here would be great.
Do you know, I was thinking before you came on, have you ever watched the show before? Have you ever watched this
of
women?
Course. Yeah.
We're great fodder.
I've lost my cool, I might as well admit it, yeah. I know, yeah. I never swore in front of my mum. I love Jesus. Oh, I'm stuck. Oh. I've got no... I was a choir boy. Don't make it worse.
Ricky, you've only got 7 seconds. I said that the Extras DVD is out now. You've been a joy. We'd love to have you on again.
Oh, a pleasure.
It's Ricky Gervais, everyone. Thank you so much. That's a lot for today, but join us for lots more Loose Action tomorrow. It's going to be one heck of a Halloween show with the amazing Alan Carr and music and chat with Anastasia. We'll see you tomorrow, 12:30 sharp. Bye-bye.